Ethical considerations in NPC design, a multifaceted approach to player interaction and moral engagement. In the realm of interactive entertainment, the question of how non-player characters, NPCs, are treated has increasingly become a subject of ethical consideration. This essay delves into the principles that define the ethical treatment of NPCs within video games, with a focus on how these digital entities are more than just coded automatons but pivotal elements of a game's moral fabric. The emergence of NPCs as central figures in narrative-driven games has been paralleled by a heightened sense of their value. NPCs now serve as mirrors reflecting the consequences of players' decisions, a design philosophy brought to the forefront by game developers like Naughty Dog. In titles such as The Last of Us, NPCs are endowed with names, relationships, and stories, prompting players to acknowledge their humanity and consider the repercussions of their actions. Empathy development is a critical factor where players are encouraged to connect with NPCs on an emotional level. This is achieved through rich backstories and character development, as seen in the Witcher series, where each NPC Geralt encounters has a distinct personality and history, making their fates consequential to the player. Consequence awareness in games like Detroit Become Human offers branching narratives that pivot on player choices, affecting NPC outcomes and showcasing the direct impact of player morality. The game's lifelike androids challenge players to consider the ethical implications of autonomy and freedom. Violence justification is scrutinized in games like Spec Ops: The Line, where the narrative confronts players with the horrors of war and questions the glamorization of violence, making players ponder whether the ends justify the means. Moral decision-making is at the heart of Mass Effect, where Commander Shepard's choices influence NPC fates, fostering a sense of responsibility for the virtual lives at stake. Similarly, Fable series incorporates a morality system that alters the player's appearance and how NPCs interact with them, reinforcing the weight of ethical or unethical actions. Realism and sensitivity are carefully balanced in Life is Strange, where NPCs and their struggles are portrayed with a level of authenticity and care that demands the player's thoughtful engagement and sensitivity. Diverse representation is championed in games like Overwatch, where the roster of heroes represents a wide array of backgrounds, promoting inclusivity and offering players a variety of lenses through which to engage with the game world. Autonomy and agency are granted to NPCs in Skyrim, where they live their lives independently of the player, engaging in daily routines and interactions that imbue the world with a sense of verisimilitude. Player feedback mechanisms are embedded in games such as Undertale, where the treatment of NPCs can lead to a multitude of endings, reflecting the game's core theme of compassion versus violence. Narrative significance is evident in Red Dead Redemption 2, where NPCs contribute richly to the tapestry of the story, and their interactions with protagonist Arthur Morgan carry significant narrative weight. Lastly, avoiding objectification is crucial in ethical NPC design. Shadow of the Colossus subverts traditional game violence by casting the Colossi not as mere enemies but as majestic beings, inducing players to question the necessity of their downfall. In conclusion, the ethical treatment of NPCs signifies a maturation of the gaming industry, acknowledging that how players interact with these virtual beings can have broader implications for player empathy and moral reasoning. Through thoughtful design and storytelling, developers can cultivate a gaming landscape where the value of virtual lives is respected and where ethical considerations are an integral part of the gaming experience.